This episode is sponsored by Schwans.com. What are you having for dinner tonight? Good question. Schwans Home Delivery has a solution for you. Stock up your freezer with high-quality frozen foods like premium meats and sides, delicious ready-made meals, ice cream, and more. No subscriptions, no memberships, just a friendly yellow truck that's been delivering food for almost 70 years. Listeners of this show get a special deal. Get 20% off your first order with code YUM20. Check out schwans.com/YUM for details.
Hi, I'm Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter, and I coach people and organizations to play big. And, when I started in the search business, what seems like 100 years ago, it was so easy to lie and not get caught. You'd go out on an interview, and how are they going to find out anyway? Have you noticed that things have changed a lot since back in the Stone Ages? That there's a lot more data that's available to firms and to you as well. So on this particular show, I point out the most obvious way, the easiest way for employers to catch you in a lie when you're job hunting. And it's so dumb that you put yourself in this position. So hang in there, enjoy the show, and I also want to encourage you again, as I do every day now, give the show 5 stars in iTunes or Stitcher. Write a short, great review. It helps other people find the show. So here we go. I want to talk with you about a new way that employers are finding resume inconsistencies in your background. No, I'm not talking about they go onto your LinkedIn profile. I'm not talking about that they're looking at Facebook. This is a point-blank way that people are getting exposed. And I'll tell you a story from my own experience. I received a resume recently from someone, and as is my practice, I went to my database to look at the individual and see if I already had a contact with them. I found their resume in my system. I looked at it, I looked at the resume I received, and right before I parsed it, I noticed that there was something a little different about the dates. There were a few months added on here and a few months taken off there, and in a couple of jobs. And normally I might delete this person, but I decided I would call them and give them a chance because people make a mistake. And as I was qualifying them, I asked them about it. And there was a brief denial that they had changed dates. And then I confronted them one more time and I said, how do you think these other dates got into my system? Do you think we're manually typing things, or are we parsing information from your own resume? Because I can assure you, we're not typing resumes in. And there was silence for a few moments, and then he fessed up. Now, employers are not going to give you that chance. If they hire you and then they find that date inconsistent, then they're just going to fire you. If they look at your resume and they find it in their applicant tracking system with something different, they're just going to delete the resume. So just be aware. You can't lie like you used to. And I'm not talking about reference checks. Reference checks can be faked, and I've caught many people in those fakes. But I'll simply say that your own efforts or the efforts of recruiters who you've asked to represent you will land the resume in an applicant tracking system in an employer or at that recruiter's office that will expose the lie some years in the future. Don't change your resume to cover up gaps. It's just going to be found out. So that's today's show. I hope you found it helpful. Tough message, but I think it's one worth listening to. I'll be back tomorrow with more advice for you. Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter here. Have a great weekend, and while you're taking a couple of minutes to yourself and wondering what to do, come join JobSearch.Coaching.HQ.com before the price increase on September 5th. The price is going from $24.99 to $49.99, and there's no reason for you to not make the choice now. I'll simply say the site allows you to ask me questions about your job search as part of your membership. Get access to all my books and guides to job hunting. Have access to curated videos of mine and others, podcasts that I think are special, articles that I've written, great stuff, but most importantly, you can ask me questions, which I must in all honesty tell you, during your search, you're probably listening to the wrong people for advice. I'll just say, I'm an expert who's filled more than 1,200 positions, full-time positions over the course of my career. So let me help you. Enjoy the weekend. Have a great day. Take care.
New home ownership can be a real eye-opener, but it's the perfect time to look into Homeowner 101 from the Home Depot. Free live streaming workshops taught by expert associates now at homedepot.com/workshops. You'll find indoor and outdoor workshops, even home systems workshops. Plus, you'll get the know-how you need to care for your biggest investment. Master the basics at Homeowner 101, only at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Register now at homedepot.com/workshops.